Hello, everyone. What is going on? My name is Timpedia, and welcome back finally to the TNT podcast, episode
Ooh.
50, I think.
Episode 50.
Wow.
That's a number we're sticking to
50.
it.
No, it's 50. Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh man, we're 2 weeks away from our.
No, we're not.
I would say our 1 year special, but we skipped so many weeks that our 1 year was a while ago.
Speaking of which, sorry we missed last week, and I didn't even put out a tweet or anything about it. There was a lot of shit going on.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So we all kind of had stuff going on. Tyler had emergency stuff going on, so
I was
didn't
dying.
end up happening. But that's okay. There wasn't much to talk about, and there isn't much outside of Weeb shit to talk about this week.
Oh man, that's the topic. This week's topic is Weeb shit. So much shit happened the last 2
There's
weeks.
so much Japanese.
But we are
Weeaboo
also
shit.
going to answer. There's some comments from the last few weeks that we're going to go over, since we missed them last time, and people left some when we did our whatever episode 48 was. I don't even remember.
Whatever.
Oh, the
Before
Avengers.
E3.
The Avengers, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was the one before E3. Was it Avengers? Yeah. No. When is too much? Yeah, that was the line. Where's
Oh, it was
that was
the
where's
high
line?
impact sexual violence. Yeah.
Yeah.
In my good Christian home.
I guess we'll just start off.
Tyler, you can go
Over-
to sleep.
Tyler,
What?
why am I hearing a buzzing from your mic now?
Oh no, not again. Hold on.
All right. Anyway, while Tyler's busy, Freeman.
All right. Well,
Over the course of the 2 weeks since the last podcast, we went from knowing almost
How
nothing.
about now?
It's
little
still
bit.
happening when your mic lights
What
up.
the fuck? Fucking bullshit.
And anyway,
all right. Fuck
Over
it. We'll
the-
do it live.
while during the 2 weeks we missed, out of nowhere, Wizards spoiled, starting with GP Vegas, and then I didn't realize, Freeman, it only took 1 week for them to finish the spoilers. They did the entire spoilers for Core Set M19.
Yeah, they did. What is it? It was like half-ass spoiler week, and then they just went very aggressive the following week.
Yeah, they did like, oh, for some reason, now it sounds good, Tyler.
All right, it's Discord. Discord doesn't like.
Oh, it's
me.
having some incompatibilities.
Yeah, it doesn't like Razer. It must only like
Ah.
HyperX or some shit like that.
No, but they started before GP Vegas. There was a few more at GP Vegas 2 weekends ago. And then last week they did the entire spoiler and showed off the whole set, finishing on Friday last week. This set looks really solid, Freeman.
It was so long since I've seen a core set, I forgot that a lot of the core set cards are super simple. And I like first I'm going, what's the deal with this? I'm like, oh wait a minute, it's just core sets. But for a core set, this looks really good. It looks like they've really buckled down and they've said, here are some cool archetypes we want to like support in standard. Here's some tools to play with them. And if I was still playing standard, this would be a cool set to start deck building with, because there's a lot of neat things going on. There's like life gain strategies in black and white. I'm upset about one thing reading this whole set or reading every spoiler this week was that I'm a big fan of white weenie strategies where you just buff up your dudes, and everyone will not shut up about how Goblin Chain Whirler is ruining
It's about
standard.
a third of the meta, dude. No tokens for you.
Tyler, I'm going to describe this card for you. It's really good.
Okay.
Let's see
I'm
if I remember
ready for
correctly.
it.
As someone who's never played it or played against it.
I mean, do you want...
It's
I
red,
know-
red, red
yeah.
for, was it 3/3 first strike?
Yep.
When it enters, it deals 1 damage to each creature opponent's control and each opponent.
Yeah.
Is that
Wow.
right? Yeah. So it deals 1 damage. It pings. It's
Wow.
it's pretty good. So it kills off tokens. But the reason it's so good is what's the other card in standard that turns damage into -1/-1 counters?
Oh, Soulscar Mage.
Soul Scar Mage. So those two are both really big in red. With that, you can drop down the first dude I mentioned.
Soulscar
And
Mage says whenever anything you have does non-combat damage, like burn damage to a creature, instead of it just being damage that goes away, it stays on as -1/-1 counters.
So that damage
So-
just makes all the creatures out there smaller. So the problem
Yeah.
is it's pretty much anything that has 1 toughness might as well be worthless. Stuff
It's
with 2
unplayable right
toughness,
now.
Right.
Consider it smaller, and it like I feel like that card's almost warping everyone's perception of what card's going to be good. So I'm really
Mhm.
excited to see if any of these strategies can overcome that.
So also, just to look ahead for a second, next week we will not be having a podcast because me and my girlfriend are going home for the 4th of July. So we're not going to have time for an in-person podcast. We're just not. But while we're home, there's going to be a banned and restricted announcement next week. So I'm sure in 2 weeks we'll report on what's happened with that. Because Goblin Chain Whirler might get banned.
And Stoneforge Mystic might get unbanned. Who knows?
No, but not taking Goblin Chain Whirler into account, this set looks really good. There's a lot of stuff in here for commander decks of mine. There's multiple cards for Brea, Freeman. You could probably guess what some of them are. There's some...
There's some weird, nice artifact cards in here. If people play Wizards, there's a Wizard sub-theme going on. It
says something when 3 of the Planeswalkers are cards that I'm considering for different decks.
Oh, man. What's his name? Tezzeret is looking real cool.
That's a Brea card. Yeah, there's some good reprints. Omniscience, Scapeshift, Crucible of Worlds. There's some really interesting new modern cards that don't really need to exist, but are great safety valves for later. Like Isolate, the mental misstep for things that are already on the field for permanence.
1 mana permanence.
Yeah,
this set feels interesting. Like I'm not excited for it, but I'm happy it exists. Like this feels like a set that was needed, one that is good for a lot of different players, but it's not like this. Ooh, look how hyped this set is. Like I realize it's not going to draw in a lot of excitement, but I think this is probably like one of the healthiest Magic sets they've printed in a while. Yeah,
there's a lot of really just stuff that's good to have. And I think, I was listening to the MTG Goldfish podcast today on my drive for my long commute. That's why it's still fresh. One of them made the comment that it seems like Wizards is really starting to print cards recognizing that Commander is a big deal outside of just the yearly Commander product. Like the Elder Dragons, almost none of them are going to see play in Standard, but they are all really cool Commander cards.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to talk to you much, Freeman, but I think I mentioned... Vevictus Asmati, the Jund dragon who chaos warps every time.
That's so weird.
So I have actually been brewing while I've been bored at this customer recently. In my head and a little bit on paper, I've been brewing what my deck of him will look like because I really want to build him as a deck. Because I've wanted to build a deck with Jund cards and Golgari cards for a long time. But I never found the right commander, and he is just really, really cool Value Town Dragons.
Yeah, of all the ones they print, I think the new Nico Bolas is definitely the commander I'm going to build out of this set.
He's really cool.
I'm looking for a Grixis Good Stuff commander. I like big body commanders, and I like ones that can be the win con, but don't necessarily draw all the hate in the universe towards you.
I would be... I'm still trying to decide if he's going to go in Kess or not.
He's not, I can tell you right now.
That's Freeman.
He's like 11 mana. Flip the turn you play him.
But he also is a creature to get down kind of early, so he can also just eat blocks.
You could do that.
I don't know. It's a maybe. It's a maybe. Yeah. I kind of just want to because he's cool and new, and his plus is draw 2 cards.
Yeah, that's actually probably one of the strongest things about him.
Exactly. Like if I hadn't already cut the Nicol Bolas Planeswalker deck Planeswalker, I would cut it for this. But I already cut that card, so...
Yep.
Got to figure it out. But overall, we're not going to get into too much detail. I feel like Freeman, you and I need to do a massive Magic cast like sometime in the month of July when we have a free weekend or something. Because my girlfriend and I Val and I finally made our last trip to the apartment last night. We finally got everything out of there and dropped off the keys.
Oh, nice.
So we are officially in the house. Now we just need to shuffle things around, but no more shuffling back and forth like madmen to get stuff out of the apartment and just shove it in the house wherever we can. Now we're going to actually organize stuff, so
nice.
It's exciting.
Now
we're going to... What?
I was like, just real quick about your last one. So, like, what are you guys' like first initial thoughts of this, like, set? Like, this set of spoilers? Like, do you guys have promises for this new set coming up? Like, you guys, like, think you might like it, or...
I mean, the thing is, I'm not going to rip open any packs of it. It's a core set. I remember when I was into Standard, I used to rip them open for very specific rares before I realized how much money you lose chasing certain rares.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't play Standard. I'm probably not going to rip it too much. I've got like my eye on like maybe 4 or 5 cards out of the set. I've realized the set is more for other people, and I'm happy about that. Just because there's a set that was for me. Chances are it would just be another Commander set for the year.
Yeah.
But Like
That's what Commander I mean, Freeman, if you think about it, Commander spoilers should be coming sometime in the next month or so.
They come out like what, like early fall?
Yeah, so we're getting there.
But point is, Magic needs to remain popular for stuff that I like to end up being printed. So whatever keeps the rest of the game, in a good place, I'm happy about that. The fact that there's like maybe like for any given set, there's only maybe 3 or 4 cards where I'm like, holy shit, I need that card ASAP. The rest I'd be happy to see. This is the same kind of deal. There's like maybe 4 or 5 rares in the set where I'm like, I actually want those for a couple decks. So
I mean, if you look at the Mythics on top of Mythic spoiler, 5 of them are cards I'm looking for someday. No, I'll say this set gives me a lot of hope, Friedman, because I honestly feel like outside of Chain Whirler obviously being weird and standard, Dominaria, Battle Bond, and this feels like almost, I don't want to say a golden age, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're getting into the next golden age of Magic. I don't want to interrupt you too much, but
no, you're right. Go ahead.
But the thing is, like, Wizards had to succeed with this core set. No one wants to talk about this, but I remember just because someone brought up the timeline of when Morrow did his article Metamorphosis, where they talked about how they were changing the block structure of Magic from doing a core set every summer and then 3 sets in a block to doing just these 2 set blocks next to each other and just constantly rotating. And then the first block sucked. Battle for Zendikar was a shitty block, and it also led to like a poor rotation because it was all of Magic was based on like 3 cards at that point, and people would just have to completely swap their decks. So they backpedaled, they changed it again, and then immediately they ran into like fucking combos and Kaladesh, and like they didn't know what they were doing. So it was a constant like, we're gonna change something, and the first time they did it failed. So what Wizards needs is something, and it's kind of like the way it worked with Masterpieces. They need the first example of something happening to succeed, unless they won't continue to do it. So the first core set needs to be something the players like and something that sells well, or they're going to backpedal again and say, oh, maybe core sets really weren't what we needed. So I want to see this succeed. So that way it gives Wizards, who's literally just, listen to whatever the Hasbro execs tell them to do. I want them to see that this is good, and they should keep with it.
Yeah. So overall, thumbs up for M19.
Yeah, definitely a good set.
I will say I might pick up some of these at as a side story. I went to a different store because my store, I talked about it in the 2 weeks ago podcast, right? Because it had just happened.
Yeah, I think you brought it up.
I went to 2 weekends ago. I went to a different store, 45 minutes away, which sucks. I'm not going to go there regularly, but I did some trade-ins there, and I got a whole bunch of. I got some very special cards that I'm gonna keep secret until I show you guys when I come home, Freeman, because one of them is gonna make you freak your shit.
Oh boy.
But I also have like $100 in store credit on top of all those with that store.
Was this the store where you got the Jace from?
Oh fuck! I forgot I told you I got that shit. Yes, I traded. I totally forgot I told you. Yeah, so I traded in about $375 worth of cards.
God damn.
That I just don't need. A lot of them were standard stuff or extra lands I had laying around.
Stuff at a value now that you just might as well sell off.
Exactly. Like Walking Ballista, that card's not going to maintain value once it rotates out of standard in 3 months.
Oh man, I can't wait to buy more when it rotates out of standard in 3 months.
No, but I traded all those in, and I traded them in for about 5 foils, including a foil Jace the Mind Sculptor, which was $130 of my trade-in value that I got for. But now I never need another one, and I will keep it safe for the rest of my life. And then I still was left with about $100 of store credit, so I'll probably go there and try to pick up some stuff, because they had a much, much better selection than the store. Like, Freeman, were you there when you went to the pre-release at the old store?
Yeah.
Did you ever see, like... It wasn't a huge display case. It was pretty small and kind of shitty.
No, it was about the same size as the Gamer's Gambit that was near us. But
well, this other place has a lot of stuff. They had multiple racks of stuff.
Ooh,
which was awesome, and they had like boxes of just foils for like $1 a quarter, stuff like that. So it was awesome.
All right, well, next time I visit,
yeah,
whenever that'll be.
If you guys ever come visit again, I would put pressure on. Side note: I would put pressure on Leslie. She either jokingly or seriously said she was thinking of looking into a 4-day weekend later this year to come out here. So,
All right. Well, as long as it's not my car.
Yeah, she's got the slightly newer car. So.
She does.
Well, either way, you guys should talk about that and actually try to come out here because that store would be worth going to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you right now, Tim. I am going to Ohio in a few weeks.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I am. Unfortunately,
What? What do you mean? Why? Unfortunately.
because it's Ohio.
Okay, but why are you going to Ohio? That's not to visit us.
My cousin got married, and she is having her a second reception,
Oh,
like
geez.
a month and a half
Post-wedding
later.
party?
Do you know where in Ohio?
Nowhere.
We'll
close
talk about
to
this
you, I
later. Oh,
think.
damn it. We'll talk about. Okay, that sucks. We
I
can move
know.
on to the. We can move on. Let's skip just because.
I figured I'd break your heart on air
Yeah, you're breaking
in front of the entire world.
It's okay, Tyler. It's not like you're the only one who never came to Ohio. Oh, wait a second.
All right, Tim.
Got
All right,
him.
man. All right. Podcast canceled.
Oh, there we go.
On air.
Now we got
Here
it.
we go. We got it. It's over.
Just to keep the meme alive, why don't we slide into Overdank and skip over this other news for a second?
Well, before we do that, just because you mentioned podcast canceled, it was last
Oh.
week. I literally wasn't sure if we were doing the podcast, and I messaged you guys like, "Hey, is it happening today?"
Oh
And
my
you
god.
And you messaged me podcast canceled. I'm like, I can't tell this is a meme or you're serious.
You know what? I honestly didn't even think of that. I was like, why does Freeman think I'm kidding? Oh, because we always say the podcast is canceled.
I thought it was usually podcast canceled. See you at 8:00.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it was. That is true.
Yeah. So let's go on to Overdank.
The play of the game, that whole system of capturing really badass moments and, yelling at the end of the game, oh, let's see what play of the game I got, and then quickly figuring out that you did not get play of the game.
Yeah.
That showed up. Apparently it is now patented. The system has been patented, or at least just the highlight system, right, Freeman?
Yeah. So it's. I'm not sure if it's. I don't think it's actually displaying the play of the game because that's just like showing highlights, which I know every single sports game since the beginning of time has done. I think it's a system they use for deciding.
Right, the play
how the character should play the game, and also figuring out if multiple players were involved, who should be counted for an assist. Because I know
right.
it was not 6 months to a year ago. They said they want to start doing highlight intros that feature other characters for when they introduce this, as if it was something that was already in the works. So I think this is part of that. With it's like the dual player highlight is part of what they had copyrighted.
Yeah, that would be that'd be like kind of interesting, especially if like you said, they're able to kind of get that diversity out, to get out those kind of games. Yeah, play of the games. I can't freaking speak tonight.
Yeah.
It's terrible. But yeah, especially like just how they're doing it. It'd be very interesting. It's not like your typical, oh, you scored a touchdown, let's see the replay. It's like, oh, it goes down to like an actual system, like, oh, was there a quad kill involved? Was there a shutdown? Yada, yada, yada. Which I finally got one off. I got with Brigitte, I got my first shutdown using her shield charge the other day.
Oh, is that the one that gives you the pixel spray?
Yes.
I got that while we were playing this weekend.
Yeah. Freeman and I were playing with Luigi.
And my other buddy,
shit.
Zach.
Yeah, you know who else could have played with us? Tim.
I was moving from the apartment. I was not.
I was
available.
moving from the apartment.
Damn.
Sorry,
I
I'll
hear
just
nothing but
uninstall the
bitching.
game now.
Yeah, no.
Pretend
You're
I
gonna
never
play.
bought it.
You're gonna play that game with us, even though I think mine and Freeman and Luigi's SR is like a lot higher than yours. Or
I don't know,
Well,
man.
no
I
shit.
haven't been ranked since season 3, and I barely made it out of silver that season.
I haven't been ranked since season 3 or 4. No, since season 5, I think. I think I got to platinum. I almost got to diamond, but I didn't care enough.
I mean, every time I think about the four of us playing, I say to myself, look at this team. We're going to do great.
God damn it.
Throwing out those Lucio lines. But yeah,
God
no, we should
damn
actually play. I I got salty playing solo, and I forgot how fun it is to play with friends. So
Yeah, but
We
when
should have
when
played
three
together.
of us played, we lost track of time. It was
we
pretty
were gonna
fun.
play like 2 rounds. We played like 10 or 12.
Yeah,
There
we
you
were
go.
just on a roll. You know who else could have been there with us? You, Tim.
Leslie.
You could have been. No, because she has a toaster.
For real.
Hey,
Yeah, she
I bought her
legit-
that toaster.
It's a solid toaster. It's
Look,
a
man,
solid
it makes
toaster.
toast.
Yeah, it makes
It
toast.
makes toast, but
It can play World of Warcraft, probably.
Too bad Leslie doesn't have money to fucking play WoW.
Yeah, because she went and got a dog now. She's,
Look, mistakes were made. Okay.
all the money was gone. Damn, all the. Oh, damn.
Yeah, right. Like I never say that to her face as long as I live.
Damn. And that's
All
when
right,
she
so we're
started
not
watching
showing
reading
we're
the
not showing
podcast.
this
Yeah, right. She's too busy smashing her face into the dog to show.
Well,
his
yeah,
reaction.
especially if we're not showing her this episode, especially, you know,
Oh,
I'm
because of
watching.
Shh, we'll save it for
Yeah.
the weed shit.
We'll save it for the
Watch some
week.
weed shit.
Oh yeah, there we go.
If she ever knew,
Actually,
I would
I'm.
Oh my god.
I don't forget she is supposed to watch up to episode 46 by the time we get back, so we can sit down on Sunday when we're all hanging out,
remember though,
and we can.
I saw
save
it for
her
the
from the brain.
first time with her.
Sure.
Yes,
That'll
Don't
last
say-
until you don't freak out as hard as she does. She goes, Tyler, why isn't this hurting you?
Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
You
I
gotta
will
throw in the
still
fake
cry.
tears.
No, you don't understand. I will
No,
still cry.
You know what, Tyler, you're not wrong because me and Val rewatched the 3 episodes.
No, we're
47,
not talking about the
49.
weeb shit
No,
yet.
no. We're not. I'm just saying it affected us again as well. So you're
Yeah.
not wrong there. All right,
Well,
so we have 2 non-weeb things. Let's just get through them. Freeman, pod racing, go.
All right, yeah, Guild Wars 2. All right, so the new content update is live today, and everybody is angry. So
Of course they are. It's the
so
internet.
So the Guild Wars 2 content models, they do an expansion every 2 years now, and then in between, there's like a content patch that has like story, a new map, new shit going on, and it used to be every 2.5 to 3 months. Starting with the last release, they said they were coming with a new system that would let them seamlessly release content faster. Since then, both the releases have been delayed by more than a month each. So everyone is very
Damn.
upset. The last release was it was kind of a play on words of something having to do in game with this like insect plague, and the chapter was called "Bug in the System." So this month's chapter comes out, and it's just filled with bugs. No one can play through any of the content, and everyone's pissed. Everyone's like, "Oh God, Bug in the System Part 2," which is not the name of the chapter. Everyone's calling it that now.
Oops.
But the real annoying thing was, so the big thing about the last expansion was they added mounts into the game. But mounts aren't strictly cosmetic. Some of them serve a purpose. Like you have, the first one, it can jump long distances, so you clear like valleys with it. One is it's kind of like a rabbit goat hybrid, so it can jump really high. So you use it to like clear mountains.
Oh,
And everyone have
shit.
their niche. So they're adding
This
the
is pod
first
racing.
they're adding the first mount outside of that expansion in this release, and it's a callback to Guild Wars 1. So there are these things called roller beetles, which were imagine like a roly-poly bug, but it's also a beetle. And it was featured in this like Mario Kart-esque minigame in Guild Wars 1, and people loved it. So they made it into a mount in this game whose specialty is moving really fast in a straight line and it can't turn at all. Unless you activate its ability, which is its drifting mode. So point is, this is like a cool,
It's
fast
hidden
mount.
ability.
Well, motherfucker, it's
I'm not
that
ready
whole
to
mount
know
ability.
shit.
Anyway, so the point is, you have to play through the story instance to unlock it because it's part of the story that came out with this release, which would normally be not an issue. The story takes you maybe 30 to 40 minutes to complete for the content update if you don't go for expansion, if you don't go for achievements, you don't go for the harder things, you don't go for full clues. If you're just rushing through the story, you beat it in 30 to 40 minutes. So it should be easy to get your new mount and goof off on the new map, except every single story instance is bugged and no one can get their new mount, which by the looks of the trailers, quite literally looks like pod racing. So I'm pissed because I
Hell
wanted to
yeah.
pod race tonight, and now I can't because there's too many bugs in Guild Wars 2 Bug in the System Part 2, which was delayed.
Too much pod racing.
So everyone's salty, much like most of the stuff that we'll get to in the Weeb shit. But that's the Guild Wars 2 news for literally just today.
Woo. What's this
Tyler,
other thing?
What disappointment do you have for us?
Oh,
today?
the Predator as in the new movie. I don't know.
Oh right.
I just threw it in there because I saw the trailer for it before.
Tyler, did you also throw this in here because of the Let's Play I'm doing?
I was also gonna tie that in, honestly, because
Okay.
I watched it and I was like, I watched your first episode and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I've never heard of this game.
Seeing
At
you
least I couldn't
comment on a
remember.
video is the weirdest fucking thing ever.
I was like, holy shit, Fox. What was it? Fox Interactive and
I don't even remember,
what the fuck
dude.
was it? Oh my god, my fucking mind blew when I saw those.
I'll
two,
talk about it
like-
more at the wrap up because I did just record it earlier today.
Yeah, I might watch some more of it because I'm like, this is weird.
All right, fine. I'll say it now. Spoiler: I finished the baseline game today, and it's 9 short parts. So it's only like to beat all 3 campaigns is like 4 hours.
Damn, that's
I didn't
really
play
short.
any bonus missions, so I was gonna throw it out there as a question, but if people wanted me to do the bonus missions, but either way, now I have to find something new to record tomorrow because I need to record another session of stuff before I go home for vacation. Anyway, yes,
yeah.
Predators. I have not watched the trailer at all.
Yeah, me neither.
You know,
Or
these
no, I
movies,
think
it's like a
Go
new
on.
Red Band trailer that comes out. And it's
Oh
like,
no, I didn't see a new one.
Yeah, like I don't know. The only thing that's Red Band about it is someone says motherfuckers,
Hell yeah, dude.
but that's about it. Yeah, I don't know. Like I saw the last Predator movie with Adrian Brody, and
I did not see that one.
I
remember
really
seeing
didn't
trailers,
give a
but-
shit.
Hmm.
I'm skimming through it now.
Yeah, like I don't know that the last movie came out
Excuse me.
black in 2012, 2011. I don't remember. But this one, I guess, takes place on Earth. I think.
It looks like it.
Yeah, it looks like it. Like it's about this dude and his ragtag group of guys, and they play. I don't know. I guess they're like the Men in Black for hire. They
Yeah,
like
he
whatever
said-
comes out of the sky, like they go and collect them.
Yeah, he said
Huh.
something happened in Mexico in the trailer.
Yeah, and so like the whole trailer is like them being interrogated by like the CIA and shit like that. It looks interesting enough, but like they made some really corny fucking jokes,
Oh boy.
so I don't think it's gonna be good.
I mean, do you think that has something to maybe do with the fact that it's an 80s franchise? Even though they keep kind of
Yes.
rebooting it. I mean, it's an
Yes.
80s thing, pretty hardcore.
I think so. I think like they're trying to do the thing that all the other reboots are doing these days, whether it be movies and video games. They're trying to call back to what the original of whatever it is used to be.
But like
Right.
in a modern era.
Yeah, and sometimes it works. Like with Doom, it worked very well. I can't think of a movie at the moment that did it very well.
The Doom movie.
The problem I have with so far is I can't. Anytime I see Keegan Michael Key anywhere, I cannot take him seriously as an actor because of-
Yeah,
Key and
he said a few lines in that trailer that made me go, Jesus Christ. Like, fucking no. Like now you killed it for me. Like, I think he's funny. I think he's a great guy. I think he's really good talent, but it's like, like Freeman said, like I see him in anything, I automatically don't take it seriously.
Mm,
Like it's supposed to be funny.
mhm.
Unless he does some shit like his partner did.
now you see Jordan Peele and you think, oh man, famous director. You don't think comedian anymore.
Yeah, like he did some like other groundbreaking shit. Like as I don't know. He has to prove himself to me, but so far, given that trailer, he really hasn't done himself any favors of being like a serious actor.
Serial.
Yeah.
But he's probably that's probably not what he's there for. It's like you said, Tim. He's probably there to be like that comic relief guy.
But nope, the
You know?
trailer doesn't show that.
Well, the trailer does. Like he like I said, he cracks a couple jokes.
Oh, I gotcha. I
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I
like,
mean.
he's
Yeah,
not
so,
supposed
like,
to be serious, but it's more like he just feels so goofy there.
Gotcha,
yeah,
gotcha.
definitely goofy. I don't know. It looks kind of interesting. I loved the original Predator movie because it is so fucking 80s. It like hurts. You got
I was
literally
gonna say-
all the muscle bound guys trudging through the fucking jungle.
I mean, it was basically the no-name Expendables back in the day.
Yeah, well, yeah, no. Everybody in that movie was pretty notable.
I don't.
You
I
had
don't
Jesse the
remember.
Body Ventura. He was very big in WWF.
Dude, I just remember the scene where Schwarzenegger and the other guy, who was it?
I thought you were about to say Donald Glover. I was like, what
no,
the
I
fuck?
wasn't. Shut up. Stop it. Fuck you.
Damn.
When they do the like clasping the hands and they just bulge their muscles.
Oh,
as large as they
yeah.
can.
All right.
It's the stupidest scene ever, but it's great.
All right, who's in it? So, yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers. All right, you got Bill Duke. You got Jesse Ventura, who was also a governor.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was it. R.G. Armstrong, who was also kind of notable. But yeah. Yeah, you had some pretty big names in that unit.
Mm.
At least for the 80s. Carl Weathers in the 80s was huge.
Well, that's true. I just don't know lots of big 80s names.
But he was like Billy D. Williams famous. Like he was only low key famous. Yeah, he wasn't that serious. But anyway, I might see the movie. It looks interesting. That's all I gotta say about it.
Okay. Well, Freeman.
I got no segue into weeb shit. Like there was no weeb shit in the 80s. Well, except for the late.
What
Well,
are
no,
you
the late
talking
80s.
about? There
No,
was a
yeah,
ton
you're right.
Of
Yeah, I
great
was wrong.
anime in the 80s, and there's even greater anime today, which is why I'm proud to bring you the weeb shit.
Oh
All right, there we go.
That's our big transition. All
There
right,
we go.
usually this is just my turn to talk, but this week
Oh, we all have.
It's
input
your
this
turn
week.
now.
Yeah, we all. Oh, Jesus!
we're gonna open strong with My Hero Academia.
Yo, we have the last 2 weeks to talk about.
That's why I put it first, because let's be real here. This is what we wanted to talk about.
Do you mean the story
yeah.
of? You mean My Hero Academia, the story of Dad Might?
The story
Dad.
of Dad Mike. Oh my god! And let me tell you
Fucking
what.
hell, dude.
I was sick for one of these episodes, and I was still like, "Oh my god! Oh my god!"
When that lady in that building is like, "Please, All Might, you gotta do it."
You gotta do it. We
He's like,
believe.
yes,
in you."
ma'am.
For our listeners who are not caught off on Hero Academia,
You're gonna get
Spoiler.
spoiled. Too late. Too bad.
Spoiler.
the episode that we had watched last time we all spoke
Oh.
together was, I think the episode was titled All
48.
for One. And it was the episode where All Might begins his fight with All for One, and Bakugo does his leap into the air to get rescued.
Oh my
by
god,
Deku and
dude.
the squad.
No, that was
All the weird
right.
math
No,
calculations.
we. I told you we rewatched those 3 episodes.
Yeah.
47, 48, 49. Bakugo floating through the air like
Yeah.
vertically
Holy
looks
fuck, it's
fucking
hilarious.
terrible.
I fucking love it so much.
bad. It's hysterical.
That's pretty
He
bad.
just looks like he's like ragged, like someone drew like a like basically a T-posing video game character and just forgot to animate him at all.
Anyway, I was
Oh,
upset that they blew the animation a little, because in literally the next episode, so the one that came out, 2 Saturdays ago, titled what was it? Symbol of Peace or something?
No, Symbol of Peace was when the fight started.
Oh, this one was titled
All for One was him. Oh, so All for One is the one where he had just been revealed and where he
What was
starts
this
off
one
by
called?
blowing the
One for
hole in
All?
Genist. Then there's Symbol of Peace, which is where the fight's going on and the rescue happens, and then One for All is the 49.
But I'm saying, what was the episode with the smash in it? Do you remember? what the
One
title
for All. That's what
was?
I'm
This
saying.
is One for All. Yeah. So, holy shit! It finally happened. All Might did the big technique that everyone who reads the manga can't shut up about. The United States of Smash.
United
Oh.
States of Smash.
Oh man,
Dude.
was the wait
Fully
worth it.
erect. Fully erect.
So
with
hyped.
tears streaming down my face.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And
I
then just
wasn't
a little
ready.
whisper. Goodbye. One for all.
That didn't get to me. I accept that. But the last scene, when All Might
The
delivers
point.
his message
the point.
The dual message, the one to the villain saying it's your turn now, like your time's up, but also the message to Deku. That shit hit me hard.
Dude,
it's your turn.
All right. So I'll tell you right now.
It's getting
because
sweaty.
I thought about it. Like I stopped while this was happening because my eyes were so attended to the screen. I thought about this. I literally haven't been this hype about like a fight or anything since Gohan vs. Cell.
Oh man.
Wow, that's going way back.
Like I watch anime and I'm like, yo, this is pretty dope. Right? Or like, no, I think the last time I got this, I know it was definitely Gurren Lagann. What am I saying?
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude.
Yeah,
I remember
no.
fucking what was it? Jesus, 2 years ago now when you got me to finally watch Gurren Freeman.
Oh man, Gurren is a 2008 memory for me. This is
yeah,
long
that's
ago.
it's
like
also a 2008 memory for me.
For me, I mean, I don't watch as much anime as you guys, but Gurren was the last time I was this fucking hype about a battle. This is even the final battle.
Yeah,
No.
like you imagine, like it was like for me, like as like a person who watches like just stuff in general or like shows, I have not gotten this hype about like anything in a show, at least in anime. I'll say for anime at least since Gurren, at least. So that's what, about 10 years ago.
So I want to say one of the most hype parts of this whole fight for me is with everything like this, in the back of your head, you're going, he's going to win. All Might's going to win. All Might's going to win. And Freeman, this kind of ties into Food Wars. I'm not trying to go there yet, but I mean, watching Food Wars, you knew it was hype as shit, but you knew what the outcome was.
Yeah, sort of.
But like you watch this and you just feel All Might getting pounded into dirt, and you just like lean into the screen. You feel like you're one of those people in the show who just leans in, is like almost.
They did a real good job of making you were in the crowd with the other characters watching.
Yep.
For the love of God, All Might, please don't lose. Like don't do this.
That shot when you're at All Might's feet and you hear everyone just go, All Might! Or no, it's really the Bakugo Deku split screen shot.
Yeah,
where
you just
Deku's like crying, but Bakugo's cheering, and they're both like, "Get him, All Might!" It's like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yo, that was the scene where it's like, yo, lift your hands up, lend Goku
Dude,
your energy,
give All Might your energy.
Fucking raise your hands, lend him your strength.
But like deep down inside, like I didn't want All Might to die, but the thing was, going into the season, I thought he was going to, because there was and probably one of the the most powerful scenes of season 2 is, I think it was like right before the tournament arc, All Might calls Deku to like just talk in his office, and I love that episode because All Might's like, "Do you remember the first thing I told you when I gave you my quirk?" And Deku immediately transforms his face, and All Might's like, "Eat this." So during that episode, like Deku walks away, and All Might like kind of stutters. He's like, "I couldn't tell him. I can't tell him that when he's gonna face the strongest villain, I will not be there to help him. When he's finally strong enough to do it, he's going to have to do it alone." And
you know what else?
That line had a lot of implications. My theory at the time was that when All for One fades, he's not going to be able to just like last through his injuries anymore. I was like, oh shit, All Might's going to die when Deku becomes strong enough. Because I thought All for One worked like in a transfer power kind of way. As one person gets stronger, the other gets weaker. Turns out wrong. But I was completely under the impression that All Might was going to die and Deku would have to deal with this on his own.
You know what else totally supported that theory? The tournament, when it's going, and Deku's first fight, when he sees the people who had One for All, and he sees All Might there. It's
That's
like,
right,
Jesus, is All Might about to die? Like, we see All Might's ghost before he's even dead. Yeah. Oh, man. But then, so you go from the United States of Smash, which was so good, into the most heart-wrenching episode of My Hero yet.
All right, we needed this episode. One of my buddies was complaining, "Oh, it was boring. There was no action." Like,
nope.
What the fuck?
God!
He's got the most actiony shit in the planet for 3 weeks in a row.
Right.
So, like, we needed this cooldown episode to like deal with what happened and touch on the emotional side of all these characters.
There's also fallout of this.
Yeah, no, there are huge repercussions to everything that happened in the last 3 episodes.
And they go into like what's happening next, like what's the next plan of action how everybody is, well, almost everybody, how almost everybody is feeling. Like, it's like now you got Endeavor, who's the number one, who's fucking.
And he hates it.
He hates
It's
it.
so
He's like, this is
perfect.
fucking bullshit. I didn't
Fuck
want
this.
it like
this
this.
is wrong. No, I didn't want to do it like this.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah, everyone on Reddit
Actually,
who thinks Bakugo's mom is the greatest character ever to get introduced to
Oh
the
my
show.
god, the amount of hype for his mom is hilarious.
oh, I want to just touch on, because apparently I want to touch on Endeavor just 1 second.
Go
Yep.
ahead.
Because I was talking about that with my friend, because apparently he's like, I wanted to watch it because I also wanted to see it dubbed too,
Mhm.
right? Just
The
to
dub
see
is
how
still-
that
yeah.
sounded. Apparently, whoever did the dub changed how Endeavor said things during
What?
that whole interaction. Like, remember when they showed up, right?
Yeah.
And they were like, yo, we're going to pull everybody out. And Endeavor's like, pretty much like, fuck you, all my ear fucker, pretty much. Apparently in the
Well,
dub,
that was
he's
more
like,
how dare you show your back like that?
yeah, he's like, yeah, that was the line. How dare you show your back to me? Apparently in the dub, he roots him on, saying like, you know, I never wanted to see your back like this or whatever. Like, he like cheers on All Might. Apparently, he's like, you can do it, All Might.
Well, because isn't that kind of the?
Well, no,
I
didn't
don't
he
know.
say-
know.
Yeah, I thought he said something like he's like, you have to do this. You're number one.
Yeah.
Or
Oh
someone
no,
like that.
I thought it was like he literally didn't say anything. It's like, how dare you show that weak back to me?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, he's like, "What's up with that weak back?"
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That's
but
all he
says
says.
That, he says that in the dub too.
No,
When he
Well,
first shows
I'll
up,
give it
Endeavor's
a
like,
shot.
"What's up with that weak back?"
Endeavor's got a pretty good dub voice, so I'm probably check that out.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
no, I thought it
watched
was
the dub
written
fight.
differently though.
I mean, the words might be different, but I'm pretty sure the first thing he says is like, "What's up with that weak back?"
Weak back, but then does he
But-
cheer him on?
I honestly
remember
don't remember. I
He
just
tells him
remember.
like that he has to do this.
I mean,
Oh.
yeah, I thought it was like,
yeah, maybe then I'm nuts.
because that was the whole point of him being like, "Dude, the harder I've worked, the more I realized you're absolutely number one."
It was like
Yeah.
you need to show that you're number one, otherwise it's not worth it to me. Kind of.
And that's why he's so pissed that All Might got out of it by
Yeah.
retiring, because fuck you, I wanted to win.
Fuck you, I'm Vegeta.
Trunks walks into the not the weighted
Oh my
training room,
God.
Vegeta doing the fucking one finger push-ups, going, I must catch up to Kakarot even though he's dead.
Must catch up. Must catch up. Literally, that
so
is the
when-
scene.
When Todoroki's looking at Endeavor in his training room smashed up, I wanted Todoroki to just ice over the room because it was on fire and then just walk away. Just low-key put out the fires that his dad was causing just to kind of show off.
Symbolism.
I mean, yeah, but it's fine.
Yeah, but
It's fine the way it is. You know, he just saw him and walked away. Endeavor's not going to burn his house down. He's not a moron. God,
Yeah.
that's- ugh. But then,
Midoriya's mom out of 10.
Mother, why? Why you gotta make us all feel?
dude, when All Might goes into muscle mode and then gets down, like, puts his head on the
Groveling.
ground. Like,
Straight up groveling.
Between that and the scene on the beach, this episode's just too much. This episode needed Bakugo's mom really bad because
Yeah,
otherwise
yeah.
we'd just be crying the
Between
whole
that
time.
comic relief and what's her name, Jiro's family with the dad who's pretending to be an asshole. There was just enough comic relief to get me through the week.
Wait, Jiro?
Right.
The
Just
headphone-
enough laughter to
earphone
get
jack.
the tears.
Oh,
Remember
you're right.
Her
You're right.
dad's
you're
like, "How dare would I let you?" And she's like, "Dad, you already said it was okay. Knock it off."
right. You're right. You're right.
I gotta come off as a stern parent.
You're undermining my authority. Oh, God.
And then we went back to crying.
Yeah. No, I gotta say, the two more really awesome things was All Might still being able to do muscle mode for about a second is perfect because it still means he can dick around with it every once in a while, which is hysterical.
I was telling Tyler about this. That was the number one thing I wanted answered was, is that form just gone or do we still have it for comic relief? And I think we're going to have it around for comic relief.
Yeah,
seems
thank
like it.
God.
I gotta say though, like, are we ever going to understand where that form comes from? Because, like, is Deku going to get a muscle form?
I think it's a mystery best left unsolved.
I would
It's just
rather
such a
that.
mystery.
I want that mystery forever. I'm okay not knowing. I'm okay with that being like just his
Secret that
thing.
he takes to his grave kind of thing.
Yes.
But also, the other extra amazing part was on the beach when Deku shows up, and you just hear All Might go,
Stop.
Texas!
Smash!
Smash! And the picture is just, like, blood shooting out of All Might's mouth.
That was funny.
I gotta say, rewatching a few clips of the earlier show, it's hilarious how much like every time All Might's in skinny mode, blood just shooting out of his mouth, and it's like, isn't that a problem? Oh, speaking of My Hero, I have to get you guys links to these because I just found out about this. So I was over the weekend, I was just pulling up like clips of like, oh, funny clips from My Hero Part 20 or whatever. And there were some clips on one of them that I didn't recognize. Freeman, you might know this. I didn't know there were 2 OVAs made for the show.
Yeah, I think they're like DVD only in Japan.
I found copies
Wow.
of both of them on the interwebs.
They're probably like one-off episodes that don't have anything to do with the plot, though.
They are super not canon, but they are hysterically funny.
Oh, Jesus. I
One
swear
of
to
them-
God, is one of them on a
Dude.
beach and they're smashing watermelons? 'Cause
No,
I can't take
one of
another
them-
one of those.
No, they're
no,
at
no,
the
no.
hot springs, and no, I'm joking.
No. One of them is at the emergency training facility after the villain attack. They actually go back to do real training there. And the other one involves a crossover with what's her name? Asui? Frog Girl? Freeman?
Yeah.
How do you
Oh,
pronounce it?
I think her name's like Tsuryu or something. I don't remember her last name.
Froppy.
Froppy. The other one is about
Tsuryu
how
Asui.
she has a friend who basically is a velociraptor
Oh no.
person. And she goes to a different school, and they have a class crossover. And one of the students with the Velociraptor literally has a zombification quirk.
Okay.
It's so stupid. It's actually one of the dumbest things ever, and it is so goddamn funny to watch. Most of the students get turned into zombies.
Wait, for real?
Yes,
Wait, for real?
Yes. They are for real zombies.
Holy shit, this sounds like an OVA plotline.
Do you want me to spoil one of the best jokes?
Go ahead, I don't give a shit.
Okay, so Midoriya, Todoroki, and like 3 other people aren't zombies, and they're running away from the zombies, and All Might and what's his face? Aizawa are watching from like a tower way far away, and All Might's like, "Oh shit, they look like they're in trouble or something," and he jumps in, Aizawa wants to cancel, and All Might's like, "Nah, this is fine. Let's just see what happens." So eventually, All Might's standing there in muscle form the whole time, and he jumps in, and it's like, "I'm here." And when the smoke clears, he's turned back into non-muscular form.
Oh, God.
And all the students except Deku point at him and go, "Ah, it's another zombie."
Jesus fuck. Sounds stupid.
All Might's standing there, and the zombies catch up to where he is, and the other students run away. And the zombies just walk past him because they also think he's a zombie.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
God, it's like Daisy all over again. Or not
It's
Daisy,
like
not
Daisy
Daisy.
all over again.
What's that movie?
God. They
World
are
War Z, there you go.
they are ridiculously stupid. There's so much. There's all this dumb shit in the training one too. Like there's a scene where Froppy like flies up out of this cavern she's in because Uraraka uses her zero gravity, and Deku catches her, and she's immediately like, "Deku, put me down. This is awkward." And he just gets redder and redder and doesn't actually put her down, and it's super fucking hilarious. Oh my god,
Yes, more evidence for the ship.
look, both
Jesus.
both OVAs are definitely not canon and definitely stupid, and I was rolling on the floor laughing because we watched both of them before we watched episode 50. So It was a good way to get myself on a high before that happened. Anyway, we can finally stop talking about My Hero, though.
We
God, I
could.
forgot I put anything else in this chart. Oh wait, there's still a ton of shit to talk about.
There's still so
Oh,
many
there's Food War to
things.
talk about.
Food Wars Season 3 ended this week, as did a lot of anime. And as we all predicted, Soma, of course, wins in the most bullshit way possible, and it was glorious.
It was actually great.
It was bullshit, but it was really well done bullshit this week.
I gotta say, the stupidest part of the whole episode, though, was after he wins, they're like, oh yeah, and the other guy won too.
All right, hold on. So, listeners, they brought back a character we've barely known.
No, we
alongside Soma.
literally didn't hear him speak until like this episode.
He's one of those silent guys, but he like disappeared from the plot. He came back for this fight, and they just completely brush over his first bout. He's now won one of the highest stakes matches the show's ever had, and we don't know what the fuck he actually does.
Tyler, you remember the Elite 10, right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, because you were watching, you were trying to catch up at one point.
Yeah, like I said, I took a brief hiatus from the show.
That's fine. That's fine. The former third seat, one of the guys who got purged when Central showed up, he is on the Rebel team as one of their people in this Team Shokugeki. And last episode was Ishiki won his match, and it was hilarious. And then this match was Soma versus the current fifth seat, right? She's fifth right now, Freeman?
Yeah, I think that's right.
And it's awesome, and he won. And then with like a minute left in the show, they're like, oh, by the way, the former third seat beat the... No. I think the girl is the fourth seat. Because the new fifth seat, the replacement fifth seat, is the one the third seat beat.
Yeah, whatever. Point is...
Either way, he literally... And then they're like, oh yeah, he also won. And then he turns to Yukihira and is like... you gotta do your promise, or whatever. I don't even remember what he said. And then Yukihira's like, sure, and then that was it.
So as far as I know, that's also how it happened in the manga, because no one's made any comment about this so far. And some
that's
shows,
fine, but it's just weird.
Some series know to do this. Like I'm not gonna lie, if you guys ever get there, because I don't know if any of you guys are gonna watch it. In Haikyuu, the third season is the first 5-set match the show ever had. There are always 3-set matches, and it seemed kind of weird because the fourth set they just kind of skip over. They're like, oh, the fucking enemies won. Now it's tied up. And it's like, what the? Like, are you fucking kidding me? There have been 3 episodes per set, and you just skip over the fourth set. And everyone's like, yeah, it's really awkward because they literally did the same thing in the manga, where the author's like, well, I don't have enough plot twists for another set. Let me just write the final one now. And it was the kind of thing where I'm guessing the author didn't have enough ideas for how to do this one guy. So he's like, I'm just gonna easily breeze through his first one, so that way there's more excitement later on, because we'll still have characters that we don't know what their deal is towards the end of this giant match. So that's probably what they're going for with this.
Well,
keep that mystery going.
The mystery.
But unfortunately, there was no season 4 coming soon announcement at the end of the last episode.
Nope.
I'm hoping to hear something. Honestly, I really don't expect it. 4th seasons are even rarer than 3rd seasons in anime, so I don't know what's going to happen here.
Dude, but it's so open. It's so, like, even if they do a shortened season, I don't care.
But I can tell
Just
you
give
right
us
now,
a half
it's
season.
not happening in the next 6 months, because Erina's voice actress got permission from the studio to go on an extended vacation, meaning that none of her current roles are expected to be reprised within the next 6 months. So if they do come back, Erina's going to need a different voice actress again.
No way.
Because her first voice actress, who went into temporary retirement due to throat-related issues, has come out of retirement. I don't know if she's willing to do this role again, though. And now her second one's going on extended vacation, which I just heard is like a year-long overseas whatever. Point is, we might get a third Erina voice actress. It's getting really weird because she's now being billed as the main girl of the show.
Can I just say, I don't actually remember ever noticing when it's swapped.
So her original voice actress has like a very distinct voice. I noticed immediately, but they found a very good sound-alike. But it's missing that little bit that made Risa Tanada's voice like what
I'll
it
take
was.
your word for it. I don't know.
I mean, I've heard her in a couple other roles, so she has a standout voice. Like, I don't know what it is about it, but it sounds different. And you can kind of hear it this season, especially especially the scenes where the one scene where she's yelling at her dad. Whenever she gets flustered, she doesn't sound anything like she did in season 1. But when she's like being very serious or very like kind of like stuck up, like, someone's cooking couldn't be that good. That's when it sounds the same. But I don't know.
Okay.
You develop an ear for it once you've watched 500 unique animes like I have.
That's fair.
That's it for Food Wars. We're gonna stop talking about that for a couple months till we hear another announcement.
Not until or I think you mean when we get to the bottom of your list of stuff for Weeb shit.
It's a special surprise for later. But while we're on the topic of announcements that may or may not exist, it was I think it was Wednesday. This one show that Luigi and I watched. The full title is Konosubarashi Sekai no Shukufuku Wo, but it's more commonly known by its nickname Konosuba. It's a huge parody series making fun of these shows like Sword Art Online or RE0, where the main character gets transported to a fantasy world and suddenly he's the hero. In this show, the main character is a sack of shit, and so are all of his allies, and they can't get anything done. And it's hilarious. It's a comedy, and I recommend people watch it. It's really good. So, surprisingly, it got a second season last year, which no one expected, and it's doing incredibly well. A lot of the characters who are now eligible in the Best Girl contest is doing very well. But there was the Konosuba main homepage changed everything, and there was an image up saying under construction, come back next week. And everyone was really speculating there's going to be a third season. Like, there's no way it's finally going to happen. It's not a season, it's a movie, which is kind of shitty just because the humor kind of lended itself well to the 20-minute format. I don't know if it's going to work well in movie format. But literally nobody gave two shits because on the same day, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5 got announced. This is the thing that everyone thought was never going to happen because, as good as JoJo is, I think the popularity of the anime was declining in Japan despite how big it's gotten here in the West. JoJo is massive. This is like the memeiest show that ever existed. And not even just because of the show, just because of the community. People were so excited
everyone knows it must be the work of an enemy stand.
Everybody knows JoJo references. Everyone does. I've shown you guys the "Oh my God, son of a bitch" video, right?
No.
If you have, I don't remember it.
Yeah, I don't.
I'll link it to you later. The point is, the show is just meme as shit, and I love it. But everyone, there was another meme going around that Part 5 just wasn't happening. Like everyone, just, put your hopes down. Part 4 was a long shot. Part 4 was never as famous as Part 3. Part 3 is like the biggest JoJo section, and when they finished it, everyone thought it was done. Part 4 was actually really good. I think it's honestly my favorite JoJo part now. And everyone's like, Part 5 is not happening. It's too different. It's not Japanese at all. It takes place in Italy. It's about these gay mafia dudes. It's never happening.
Hell yeah.
But now it's happening. But more importantly, and here's where I tie it into the memes, because that's what I'm all about here at the Weeb Shit. The anime meme subreddit always jokes around that Part 5 is never happening. And one particular power user, Rohan Oge, commented, if Part 5 gets announced even this year, I'll eat 100 Oreos in a row. And the joke on that is that the subtitle for JoJo Part 5 is Vento Oreo, which is Italian for golden wins. So there's Oreo in there. So he's like, I'll eat 100 Oreos. So someone calls him out on the top of the subreddit, which is a bunch of animes going, oh, is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? He's like, fine, I'll eat 100 Oreos and film it for you guys. You're a bunch of assholes. So everyone's
He's the one who said.
So everyone spends the rest of the weekend making anime-related memes about eating 100 Oreos, and it's getting out of hand. And then on the end of the weekend, he's like, I couldn't do it. I ate 50, and now I feel sick. And I was like, wow, you're a bitch. He's like, nah, I'm just going to pick up tomorrow morning. And they're like, you said you eat 100 in a row. He's like, yeah, but if I don't eat anything between them, it's in a row, right? And someone comments like, but you ate milk. And that phrase, but you ate milk, is now like,
oh my God,
the meme to be. And this morning he posted the 30-minute video of him attempting to eat all 100 course of the weekend. And this is by far, like, there have been moments in time where I thought I was part of internet history, but this is definitely one of those moments where I'm part of anime meme internet history. I was there when Rohan tried to eat 100 Oreos. But it doesn't count because he ate milk.
Jesus.
All right, so now that I'm done with the bullshit, I can get on to the real. Anyway,
the real Weeb shit.
The actual real shit that I lifted off of Anime News Network news. So, but no, there's still more memes in there. Anyway, so
oh my God.
So one of my favorite anime in the last couple of years, RE0, which I know Luigi liked. It was finally getting its dub release through Funimation, and a lot of people were very angry to discover that their Blu-rays had heavy artifacting and incorrect color tones on a lot of the Blu-rays. So a lot of people were complaining about reprints, and this went both to Funimation as well as the UK distributor who's handling it separately, just with like the dub track from Funimation. And all the distributors said the same thing. They said, this really isn't enough of a problem for us to reprint these discs. And everyone started getting angrier, and they came with an official statement that there's nothing wrong with the discs. These are the RAWs that the Japanese provided us with. So we're seeing that RE0, which is a huge franchise in Japan, they're very afraid of people reverse importing these Blu-rays, which is partially why they were delayed for so long.
Wow.
But now we're seeing their strategy to get you to not reverse import is by making sure the outside Japan release is unquestionably inferior to the the inside Japan release,
That seems shitty.
which is absolutely shitty. And the Japanese do not give a fuck because we are not their target audience. Nothing is going to be done to fix this.
I had a very terrible joke that I will say after the podcast.
All right.
Oh boy.
All right.
Oh boy, this is
This is going to be bad.
no. Oh, it's gonna be terrible.
Speaking of more terrible shit,
Oh my god, here we go.
AT&T announced that they are buying, and I forget what the name of the actual company is, but this is the parent company of Elation, the streaming media group that also owns Funimation and VRV. So by extension, AT&T is buying Crunchyroll this year. So we're seeing a lot of power players are, getting into the anime field. We got AT&T with Crunchyroll. You have Sony now has Funimation. I know Sony's not like a wired telecom company, but point is everyone's dipping their fingers in, and I'm hoping there's not too much influence here because Crunchyroll's already in the shitter because the VRV focus at the moment. So I don't know. This might be the beginning of the end, boys. I don't know what to say.
Damn. No, because you know what? Every time you say this, right, you ring your bell in Times Square, Freeman. You always say the end is fucking nigh.
The sky
Anime is
falling.
gone. The sky is falling. Fucking waifus are not apparently laifus anymore. Right? No, apparently it just works out. It's fine.
But there's a threat to our society. Forget it. Anyway, moving on.
Forget it. I'm putting the bell down. Just put the bell down.
So last season, I think
Put the soapbox away.
brought it up on the show. There was a show that came out called Pop Team Epic, and this was shit posting in anime form. It's like if you took Robot Chicken but did it with Japanese humor and had like 50 different anime studios just put in these 6-second comedic bits. And then you decided, that's only 12 minutes of content. Let me just repeat it twice with different voice actors on each half. That's what Pop Team Epic is. It's the shit post of all anime. And Adult Swim got the rights to the English dub.
Oh,
so now,
Christ.
the weirdest fucking anime in the world is, it's airing right after Dragon Ball Super and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
God.
You got Pop Team Epic, the shit post of all anime, is going to be on Adult
shit.
Swim at 12:30 at night.
I thought it was
I
Mike
know.
Tyson Adventures, though, was the shittiest anime.
Not
Corey in the
Get the
House.
fuck out of here. It's the best anime. The Corey in the House best series, Shrek best anime movie.
Best anime
There's
movie.
no disputing this. Even
True.
Miyazaki agrees.
Anime shit.
Speaking of
That's what
animated
he's-
shit, I'm caught up on Fooly Cooly 2, and it seems like most of the Fooly Cooly fans are they're both shit in the bed in different ways. So I've seen a huge split in the Fooly Cooly community.
Really?
Everyone is really upset, and as someone who hates Fooly Cooly 1, I'm very much enjoying Fooly Cooly 2. It solves a lot of the problems I have.
Huh.
But everyone who enjoyed Fooly Cooly 1 is upset because the first 3 episodes tried to do their own thing and be like a more structured telling of a Fooly Cooly-esque story. And all the original fans were like, this is bullshit. This is not what I signed up for. I want crazy zaniness. I don't want exposition. I don't want to know what's going on. I want shit in the background that I have to read about online. And that was where I was like, well, fuck you guys. I don't like that about Fooly Cooly. But the community was generally, they were generally singing that in the last couple weeks. And then episode 4 comes out. Episode 4 decides this is the part where we go back to being Fooly Cooly. Part 4 was very aggressively a classic Fooly Cooly episode. And I'm not gonna lie, I liked it because it fit well into the structured plot. But then the community's like, this is bullshit. They heard our complaints. Now they made it too much like the original. There's no point in watching it now. And it's just like, you can't please these people.
Listen, these are the same motherfuckers out there who are like, yo, I don't want to pay $15 for a Mercy skin. All right. It's the same motherfucker who says that.
I want this. I want it to be exactly the same, but everything needs to be different, but better, but don't touch anything.
Yeah, these are the same crybabies who just literally that like
The same kids are complaining
There's
about
no
Waluigi
please-
not being in Smash.
these are the same motherfuckers saying Waluigi's like that's the most important thing to them.
God, it's
That's
so annoying.
it's so fucking annoying.
It's the dumbest shit.
Who gives a shit? And you know what the worst part about it is? Nintendo's gonna hear him, not put him on the original roster, and make everybody pay for him.
All right, so we're off
I
topic.
could see
I
that.
I don't think they're doing DLC for the new Smash. But point is, people are like actually posting mean shit on Sakurai's Twitter. Like, people are going too far.
You know what? All right, I want to take a second because this is actually serious. Listeners, you and everybody else, tell your friends, tell your family. You know, if you're posting on an actor, actresses, or like designers' Twitter page that you're gonna kill them, you're gonna do all this shit, please stop.
It's not
Please.
funny. No one appreciates it.
It's not funny. It's not a meme. It's not a joke. No one appreciates it. These people are real people. And the fact that, you know, these people are just on it is like, well, you know, maybe they shouldn't be famous. Like, no, motherfucker, they're real people. You know, and they should be respected. Just because they do something that you're not a fan of doesn't mean it gives you the right to act like that. Because I know for a fact, if any one of these people were to be swapped out for any one of these people's spots, they would have fucking put a bullet in their head forever ago.
Oh, for sure.
That's some real shit. Like, it's sad. It's sad that, like, you know, this talent, like, same thing I heard. I know this is so off topic, but it's important to like really recognize this. But what's her face? The actress who played 11, she had to cancel her. Well, I don't think she canceled her Twitter account, but like, she's fucking like 14 years old.
Yep.
And everybody's flaming her over some fake shit that she didn't even say. And you got grown ass men and women who are like in their fucking 40s and 50s trying to troll this 14-year-old girl. Like, come on.
There's the whole thing with the woman who played Rose.
Oh
in,
yeah,
Last Jedi.
that's awful.
She completely quit Instagram because she couldn't handle how much shit was getting thrown at her.
That's fucking stupid.
That's pretty bad.
It really is. And it's not like it's the actress's fault. Sorry, the director's bad at fucking writing. Sorry, you got bad writings for Star Wars, but don't take it out on the actress. She's just doing her job.
Yeah, really.
God,
And being racist doesn't really help either.
Being racist and body shaming doesn't even help your case. It just makes you look like a fucking idiot. It really does. It doesn't prove anything. If you really want to, I mean, you should flame, but like, don't pull out the race hate. That just makes you look stupid. So does the body shaming. Like, if you want to tear a person down, like, you know, start a conversation. Say, like, you know, say something validating other than this ignorant shit. And that's what I don't like about, you know, a lot of people these days. They like to throw out like, oh, they're losing a fight, so they're just gonna throw out the N-word or like some bullshit. Like, and that's what bothers me.
I mean, the one saving grace about this is I know that none of our listeners would ever do something like that, right, listeners?
No.
We have good quality,
I sure hope so.
Wholesome audience today. So
it honestly makes me sad to think that people who watch my stuff might do that kind of thing.
don't disappoint Tim, guys. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't disappoint Timpedia. He's counting on you. Only you can prevent forest fires.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
oh my god, we have to move
transition,
on.
But we talked about harass people online, and I already spoke about it earlier in the year where the Darling in the Franxx voice actress got harassed because people didn't agree with her being best girl. But I'll just talk very briefly about Darling in the Franxx because I'm very angry. Not other weebs. This time it's me. I'm the weeb who's angry at Darling in the Franxx. Mostly because someone, and I don't know who, decided this was the week they were going to catch up on Darling in the Franxx in my account, when previously no one did. So what I didn't know was that the next episode, Unseen, was not the next one I had to see. So I saw 21 and 22 out of order, which was very confusing. Because I was like, all right, I guess there was a time skip because this show's already awful at telling the story. And then I went back and like, oh shit, I completely missed an episode. Watched everything in the middle and it ruined the plot twist of who dies and who lives. But regardless of me ruining it for myself because someone watched it, I'm already willing to say it. Darling in the Franxx is not as good as I said it was going to be. Darling in the Franxx is not saving anime. Darling in the Franxx is not going to get recommended to anyone I know.
So, Freeman, I will say I also heard on one of my podcasts, the Friendcast, that one of them was watching Darling in the Franxx and said that it took a major turn into Crazy Town recently.
It did, and it's trying to, but it's being executed so poorly that it's like at this point, it's cool what they're trying to go for, but they left nowhere near enough time for it either to sink in for me, the viewer, or for it to matter in universe.
Right.
Like, they're just gonna start killing off characters randomly because they're like, oh shit, turn the speed up to 20 right now. Like, characters got to start dying. People to start like accepting the fact that existence wasn't real, or it turns out the entire first 18 episodes didn't matter because this was like a mini game in the grand scheme of the universe being at war with each other. Like, so little I've seen so far is going to matter because of how much they tried to accelerate the ending. Like, you look at like Gurren Lagann, all the fights leading up mattered because it was this story of the scale increasing. With Darling in the Franxx, it was going at like a linear pace, and then suddenly it shot up, and nothing that happened before that explosion point actually matters. And that's the part that bothers me. You could start the show at episode 19 and just have like an episode explaining who the characters are, and that's it. That could have been Darling in the Franxx based on where they're going with this. And that pisses the shit out of me that they're wasting my time like this with a story that very clearly feels like they didn't really know what was going on until maybe episode 8 or 9. And they're like, oh shit, start writing an elaborate backstory. Oh shit, we didn't actually allude to any of the shit in the backstory. Quick, let's just explain it to them.
Which really sucks. I was hoping that it would be good. I was actually waiting for that seal of approval at the end of like the whole thing, and then like every week you're like,
I've wanted to grant it so much, but Trigger is just. And the thing is, it's not even Studio Trigger. It's them and A1 Pictures, and A1 Pictures isn't the best at managing their shows, but it's got little pieces of other stuff they've worked on. It's not quite there. I do still have hopes for that one other show that's coming up. We also have the principal artwork for it. I forget what it's called, Promare or something.
Did you guys? Do you guys watch Westworld?
I haven't seen season 2 yet.
I'm about to. My friend gave me his
I'll
fucking HBO Go shit, so I'm about to watch that.
Yeah, Promare. I still have hope for that one, but I don't know. I don't know if Studio Trigger's losing their touch or if they never had it. But Darling in the Franxx pissed me off. I'm going to follow through on the next 2 episodes and deliver my scathing review probably the next time we record the podcast.
Blat.
But, gentlemen, it is time for the main event. Fox Sports is proud to present the Waifu Wars 2018 live on.
Oh my god!
I have not seen the thread yet because today is the day. Megumi is up against her toughest opponent yet. I have been desperately following the Waifu Wars all 3 weeks that we haven't been recording this podcast. Because last time we recorded, we had just gotten out of pools with the Megumi up against the lead character from Danganronpa 1, who is pretty popular. But in round 1, Megumi pulled ahead 7,000 votes to 2,000 to pull ahead. I don't even remember what her next round was because she also won despite not having a shot at any of this. Megumi pulls into round 3 where she's up against Reddit fan favorite, main character for Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun, who's wholesome as shit, and I thought she was going to lose right there. But no, Megumi has pulled ahead into round 4, unfortunately.
Oh my
and that's
god.
the end of the song, so this bit is just going to continue as normal. Anyway. Megumi has made it into round 4.
That was great. That brought this whole thing up a whole notch. There's no way I can beat this.
Anyway,
are you sure it didn't bring it down a whole bunch of notches, actually,
no,
Tyler?
Shut the fuck up. That was quality.
So, Megumi has made it to round 4. She was voted. Voting happened last night. She was up against Winry Rockwell from Fullmetal Alchemist. And if she wins, she's probably going to go against Hawkeye. So I'm posting you guys the thread now. I have not seen the results. I'm going to view right now and see if my wife from Megumi pulled ahead and did the impossible.
Wait. So we're seeing before you?
We are all watching at the same time. You hit results here. I know for a fact she's on the bottom right of this bracket. So
okay. I got to scroll over
I'm
there.
scrolling to the left side. All right. We have a very predictable... oh, shit. Big upsets on the left side. Anyway, moving all the way over to the right. Let's see. Breeza. All right. Hawkeye made it. Did... No!
Oh, no! Yep. Here we go.
Megumi has lost 6,820 votes to
by about
5,172.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was not a stomp, but I'm still very upset at this crushing defeat.
She gave Winry a better run than Hawkeye's opponent gave her. Jesus, there was 11,000 votes at all these levels. What the fuck is going on?
You don't seem to understand how important this contest is, Tim.
This is so awful.
This is the
No,
greatest.
it's not.
Like,
This is real.
There have been upsets
my
as small as 8 votes this contest. Every vote matters.
Who's this Aqua who's first seed?
Aqua is from Konosuba, the show I talked about briefly that's getting a movie.
Dear God.
Yo,
All
at
the
least Megami made it pretty far though.
All the
Seriously,
Konosuba girls are favorited to win. I don't know if Arina's still in it. I know her cousin Alice has already been eliminated, as well as the.
I literally only wait. This is
fermentation
Group
girl.
A.
Yeah, there's 4 groups.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what the fuck? This is serious, nigga.
All right,
Come on.
Yoko is still
Okay.
in it. Yoko is on the right side of.
Oh my
As
God.
well as Faye Valentine, she's in it. Oh shit!
So I recognize Hawkeye and
All
what's her
right.
face and Winry.
You know what I don't know? I don't even know. Like, I guess that would, like, because I'm looking at Winry, right? And Megami. I almost feel like Winry got picked out slightly more because it's like, oh, we got a biased picker because she's in one of the greatest animes of all time.
So that's a lot of people complain this is basically a popularity contest, which let's be real here,
Right.
it is. If you've
That's a
seen
waifu
if you've
war.
seen one show and not the other, you're gonna vote for the waifu from the show you've seen.
No. Listen,
Oh,
though.
shit. Arina's still in
Here's
it?
my
Nice.
thing. Because if I were to vote, I'm voting for waifu. Like, actually, like, projected, like, yo, if I marry this woman in real life,
So for the record,
would
this is
she
best,
take care of me?
This is best
Megami
girl-
would
this
take
is-
care of me.
this is best girl contest, even though it's called Legend of the Galactic. The title's best girl. It has nothing to do with being your wife.
Oh, Uraraka's 4th seed?
Uraraka
holy
is
shit.
insanely popular. So Food Wars, not Food Wars, sorry, Hero Academia and Konosuba are like the favorites this year. So if you're in bracket B, you've got
Asui's still
Asuka's
in?
still in it. The point is that last bracket is problematic. You had Erina going up against
Erina.
another Food Wars character, but now
Wait,
the problem is Erina is up against Satania, who, for you guys who don't know this, she is the meme queen of the anime meme subreddit. Every single meme in the last 6 months has used Satania because she's
Dude,
shit posting everything.
but Arina crushed the other Food Wars girl, and the other girl barely won. She's way lower seed.
I'm
Come
gonna
on.
be real here.
Have some faith.
Erina's probably gonna win, but we have a long bet running whether meme queen Satania can actually win
What's
the whole
Faye
competition.
Valentine from? Am I crazy?
Bebop.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Get the fuck out of here.
What? I don't know who that is.
What
If she
the
does- if she
fuck?
doesn't beat Shiro, I'm gonna eat a shoe. I hate.
She
I
named
fucking
her.
hate Shiro. Holy
Leslie
Oh.
named her dog after her.
Yao Yorozu is still in it, too. Cool.
Yeah, dude. There's a lot of. It's like the same 5 shows are all in it. So point is, competition is fierce.
Oh, Alice is still in it.
Wait, what? Which bracket?
Bracket C, down on the right. She's up against Amelia.
Oh, she lost. She already lost.
Damn, rip, she already lost.
Fucking dead. Amelia's gonna win.
Look, that's pretty far, dude.
Yo, I'm very proud of all of my best girls, but unfortunately,
All of my
you
best
can't
girls.
beat favoritism.
So are you playing the music again?
No,
No,
someone's
there's a car
going off.
alarm going on.
Oh, I heard music.
Amazing. Yeah, no, someone's trying to break into someone's car. Oh my god.
And that's it for the white.
Oh my god.
No, I'll continue reporting. I think it's gonna go into next week. If it doesn't, I'm just gonna report on who the big upsets were and who the waifu.
I don't
Yeah,
recognize
that-
anyone else on. I don't recognize anyone on Group D.
Time to change that, Tim. Let's see who else is in Group D. Hold on, I
It's
haven't
time to
checked that lately.
change that tip.
The highest rank is Megumin.
Megumin, also from Konosuba, who's now my second favorite
jeez.
to win. But she's up
Wait,
against.
who's
a
your
bunch-
first favorite to win?
It was Megumin. All right, you know what? I've got a lot of favorites to win here.
I got,
There's, all right,
got a lot of dogs in the
high
race.
quality waifus. All right, Luigi's gonna have some trouble in bracket D. If you go down the bottom left side, the one character Hollow was formerly his waifu, but then if you go down, there's a character Kobayashi from his new favorite show, Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
I thought I recognized that word,
I don't
the
know who's gonna pick,
Kobayashi.
and I unfortunately have to vote against Kobayashi because Haruhi Suzumiya, the first anime I watched that was a real anime, is going up, and I gotta represent my girl. So
God.
I feel.
Can we move on, please? We've been going for an hour and a half, and I still have to make dinner.
All right, fine.
Wait, have
All right,
it
this is-
been an hour and a half?
It's been an hour and a half. Like I said, we were going to go for an hour and a half. Anyway, so I'll close it out. This week was the end of spring 2018 anime. A lot of good shows have wrapped up. I'm going to try and catch up on a bunch of them, including Megalobox, so me and Tyler can watch the finale.
Yeah, fam.
But there were this is a very exciting season for a lot of people. There were some, shows that came out of nowhere. I know Luigi recommended me this one called Hinamatsuri, which is like a pure comedy. And I saw one
the
bit.
fact that Luigi is recommending anime.
Well, because he's got nothing to do right now, so he's just like asked me like, "Hey, did this show sound decent?" I'm like, "Yeah," and he'll be like, "Okay, cool. I watched all 12 this afternoon. It's great." So he's just ripping through these shows. So I'm using him for recommendations now. So I'm very happy. But point is, this was all in all a high quality season. A lot of good stuff I threw on my backlog. I'm probably never going to watch any of these because in 3 weeks we got Attack on Titan and a whole lot of other summer season garbage coming out, and I can't wait for it.
And isn't My Hero still continuing for a while?
My Hero is 24 episodes in this season, so it's taking a 1 week off. So a week from this Saturday, it's taking a week off.
Yes,
and it's coming.
But then we get the new intro.
It's going to lose its ideals and come back with a new intro.
Oh my!
Hell yeah!
Yep.
All right, so
and
we're
that's
gonna close
it for the Weeb
We're
shit.
gonna finally. We're gonna do some comments from the last 2 episodes. Mostly from the where we draw the line. Let's see if there's anything. That was the episode where we talked about Solo coming out, and I talked about finding out. I talked about hearing that there was a cameo at the end of that movie of Solo.
Oh,
you guys want me to spoil who it is, or do you know?
I know who it is already.
46 that you're pulling this from.
48.
48. All right, I just want to read through it as well.
Zach and Bailey both commented on who it was. Freeman, do you care?
No.
Didn't we talk about this on the podcast in 29? How it's Darth Maul?
Darth Maul,
yeah, it's Darth Maul.
It's fucking
and
terrible
how much
and
we
dumb
don't give a shit because it's fucking stupid.
So I will say, I heard from a source who is a similar Star Wars fan that Solo actually isn't that bad. I was tempted to see it, but now that Incredibles 2 is out, that's probably the movie we'll go see in theaters if we go. Although, actually, Val's going to go with her family when we're home, so. But got to see Incredibles. Incredibles looks good. Oh, Tyler. Speaking of which, Tyler, I know you saw Jurassic World yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, you saw it?
Was that any good?
No, it's terrible.
Oh.
Is it? Are you being serious?
No, I'm being fucking serious. It's not great.
Okay,
it's not good at all.
Not great.
No, it's not. It's not good. In fact, the one thing that Leslie and I saw it for, they barely had any. Like, there was dinosaurs in it, but not as much dinosaurs as you wanted.
No, don't tell me they made it about the humans.
Of course they made it about the humans.
No.
What the fuck?
Right.
What the hell you mean? Like, I mean, the whole thing is about they're trying to like the government's trying to figure out what to do with Jurassic World, right? Because they're like, well, they got all these fucking things there. You know, this volcano is about to erupt. Should we save them or should we just leave them to die?
Leave them to die. It's easy.
Just genetically engineer more of them.
Well, yeah, that's what Jeff
Seriously.
Goldblum, like within like the opening sequence of the movie is Jeff Goldblum speaking, and that's what he's basically saying.
Stupid.
Yeah, he's like, "Yo, we're fucking dumb. We should have never did this. Just let them burn, right?"
I'm glad that Jeff Goldblum agrees with me.
Yeah, right. And so, I think that's what he was saying about the franchise, if anything. But then, like, you got main character in the first movie, the CEO or whatever, and Chris Pratt. They're like, let's go save him. And so it's like, okay, let's go save him. And it turns into the most mediocre adventure quest I have ever seen in my entire life of watching movies. Almost.
Oh my god.
It's dumb. It's dumb. The bad guy's motivation is dumb. Yes, there is a bad guy, and his motivations are dumb. And the worst part about it is, it's like with all this other stuff that I've been watching now with like really good bad guys, it's
back to shitty bad guys.
Back to shitty bad guys, like it's 1980s all over again.
Tyler, he wants to make weapons out of the dinosaurs,
yes,
doesn't he?
Yes. Yes.
That was. You know what's funny?
Yes.
So that was literally the plot of the first movie. Remember?
Yeah, and guess what? It's still the plot of the second movie.
Oh my god! When do we?
It's not when do we. It's when is Universal going to stop being assholes?
Never. That's your answer.
Never. That's the answer.
You know what made Jurassic? So I actually liked Jurassic World a lot. I thought that was a really fun movie.
It was a good
I don't know
action
about
movie.
you guys.
I enjoyed it.
I think what made it fun was trying to change up the formula a little bit.
Do you want me to spoil
then
this movie slightly for you though?
What spoiler is there? They make a
Yeah,
the
I'm not.
trailer show.
I'm not watching this movie.
A
Well,
part.
just to
Go for it.
guess, they pull some dinosaurs off, and then with the trailers at the end show, they then are like, "Oh, we're gonna take Blue and we're gonna genetically splice a bunch of stuff and make the serial killer dinosaur," and then they kill it.
I mean,
it gets out.
Yeah.
So then, what's the spoiler?
Well, it's the story is not deeper than that. I mean, obviously there's a little bit more to it, but it's basically a home invasion movie. One half is like a home invasion movie almost.
Oh my God.
How do you turn Jurassic Park into a home invasion movie? Only bad writers could do that.
That's so dumb. Like when you see, I remember from the trailer the shot of the little girl in the bed with the dinosaur reaching towards.
The dumbest fucking scene in the fucking movie, in my opinion.
Just
like it was bad, and that's the thing too. Like I told Leslie yesterday, I was like, "Yo, listen. I mean, if this movie even was remotely good, like even if it was just there, if I just saw dinosaurs just tearing the living shit out of everybody or fighting each other, that would at least make this movie watchable. But there was barely even that. You saw Blue, like the only real action scene you see is Blue fighting the murder raptor at the end of the movie, and like that's it. And like a T-Rex is fighting like another genetically like made monster. Like,
guess what fight we already saw that was better? The fight at the end of Jurassic World, where Blue and the T-Rex team up on whatever other super creation thing they had, and then the giant sea monster jumps out and eats it.
Yeah,
that was fucking awesome.
And the giant sea monster came out and fucking ate a couple people in this movie.
Oh my god! You know what I want to see?
Not another.
You know what movie would have been neat if, like, the fact that the park is completely overrun now. Instead of trying to figure something else out, like, recognize that you invested all this money in the island. Don't have a volcano go off, because whoever would have built the park there would have known if the volcano was ever going to erupt.
Well, no, it was always inactive, but then all of a sudden, literally, it's like, oh, all of a sudden it's got reclassified as active. I'm like,
oh my god,
whatever. So bad writing.
That's not how volcanoes work.
That is not how volcanoes work.
Why not have... I want to see them try to rebuild the park. Like, wouldn't it be cool if someone else was like, we want to go back and we want to kind of try to redo this as a nature preserve, where we kind of just wall off that initial part of the park and then just, like, build lots of those pods and just let people ride around the island and make it kind of more like a nature preserve kind of thing? Wouldn't that be cool? Like a movie about them trying to turn the park into something different? Where they don't control everything, but we kind of try to strike this balance.
No, because we want to make money, Tim. Come on.
It's just so lazy. We've had the corporate guy wants the dinosaur to make money. That was the plot of Jurassic Park 2. That was the plot of Jurassic World almost. Like, side plot. That's the main, like, come
It's almost
on.
like we don't need to tell any more Jurassic Park stories.
That's true.
It's
That's
just
true.
not
You're not
good.
wrong.
It's just not fucking good. People, if you're out there who are working on the Jurassic franchise, just stop. Just stop. Just put a bullet in it. You're not doing it any justice, and no one really gives a shit, and we know you're not trying. I'm not sorry.
Freeman, the only other comment was a massive thing from Kid Creator.
I'm reading through this.
Mostly about an anime thing.
Erased. I loved that show. I was watching it as it came out. As you said, the killer was very predictable, but I thought it was a red herring. There's gonna be the show. You're gonna hate this. Guy gets sent back in time to solve a mystery of who killed who. But it's well done. It's very well done because it's worth it. It was only 12 episodes.
It's worth it.
The first it has one of the strongest first episodes in a show I've seen in a while. Cool. Now it slows down from there, but the first episode is really good. If you like that, you're gonna like the show. I didn't get a chance to watch the dub, but now that I'm looking at this list, there's some pretty good voice actors in it. But anyway, what else? Oh, hold up. That was a low blow, dude. Calling Food Wars sub-trash anime.
Wow. Damn,
Holy crap.
sub-trash, he said.
No, Kid Creator's on the right track. He wouldn't recommend Tyler.
Damn.
Anyway. The drop? Wait. Hold, wait, whoa. You dropped... Oh, you only dropped one of these. All right, I thought you dropped all of them. Like, multiples... Most of these shows are on my top 10 anime, so I was very confused here, Kid Creator. So you dropped One Punch Man.
Really?
So this is actually a common thing I've heard. So the thing about One Punch Man is it's not meant to be taken seriously. It's a huge
Sure isn't.
It's a huge parody of just like superhero shows and movies where it's just you don't watch it because you're like, I want to see how One Punch Man is gonna win. It's more like I already know he's gonna win. What else are they gonna do with this show? Like that's the thing.
I want to see what oh god, why did I forget his name? His sidekick.
Genos?
Yeah, I want to see what Genos does.
How
the
is
whole time.
Genos going to get destroyed before Saitama shows? Plot I look forward to. Like I had to explain this to my sister because she didn't want to watch. She's like, I don't understand. Does he just win in one punch? Yeah. Well, how's it entertaining? Like, it's not about how he wins. It's about what's going on around him. And
it's about how bored he is.
And the thing is, I've been reading a bit of the manga, and it's really cool how, despite the fact that this is a giant, Saitama is a walking parody of superheroes in general. The whole show has this huge, like, structured superhero society similar to the way it is in Hero Academia.
Yeah.
And especially later chapters of the manga, they play up like the importance of like this hero society, all while Saitama doesn't give two shits and just keeps beating every villain in front of him.
Yep.
But the show's not for everyone. You need to be able to like appreciate it from the like satirical side of it. It's not Dragon Ball Z. I constantly have to remind people that, and I understand that. So the show isn't for everyone. If you didn't like it, that's unfortunate. But that said, I do still love One Punch Man. I can't wait for season 2 this year. But oh man, hold on.
Also, Kid Creator got a Yoko body.
I'm reading
pillow.
this. You met a lot of cool people
he
at
didn't.
MegCon, but dude, first of all,
Also, I got a Yoko body pillow. My friend started trashing on her, saying she ain't waifu material compared to Rias Grammar.
all right, you gotta tell your friend to shut the fuck up.
You gotta tell your friend to shut the fuck up.
Is superior to this girl from was it High School DxD? I've seen the first season. I know Luigi loves this show, but Rias ain't shit compared to Yoko.
All right, and
Ain't
with that,
shit. She ain't shit.
we have to do weeks real quick, because holy shit!
Oh, is there any more from the following week, or is that it?
No, I read them. There's
Nothing
just
on 49.
2 random E3 comments that I couldn't even really understand.
All right.
Well, actually, let's talk about the next 2 weeks because we're not doing next week, like I said. Tyler, what do you got?
I'm working and then seeing you losers when you show up. I got nothing else. I'm trying to see Incredibles 2. Oh, Tim, when you're here, because I got Leslie to watch Sicario, and she really likes that.
Yes.
Movie. Yeah. So we gotta go see number 2 because that's coming out this weekend.
I will probably do that. The only thing is I have to see it with my dad too, because he is the one who showed me the first Sicario.
That's
so
fair.
if I'll make a deal with you, let me see it, and if it's good enough, I'll happily go see it again with you.
Okay.
Because as horrible as that sounds with how tight money is and how
I understand. No.
our time there is limited, if it's not good enough, I'm not going to want to see it again, but I really, really hope it's good enough to see it twice, because I would happily do that if it was good enough.
You saw it with your dad first, so you got to see it with your dad.
Yeah, that's the only reason, because I've been planning that for months to go see that with him when I'm home.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. I'm watching Leslie play through Horizon Zero Dawn. I beat Okami.
There you go.
Yeah, that game was longer than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was 10 hours. That shit took me 40 hours to beat.
Oof.
Yeah, I was.
It's a good line.
Yeah, it's a pretty healthy length. I had no idea it was gonna be that long. That's what she said for both comments.
I was waiting so long.
I know.
That's what she said too. Fuck.
Yeah, but
you know what's making it worse? I've actually, just as a side note, for this whole commute thing, while I'm at this office, I've been listening to The Office again because we just finished rewatching Parks and Rec. So now I've been listening to The Office for like my 5th ever full rewatch.
Jesus Christ. All right, Leslie.
And yeah, hey, gotta rewatch The Office at least once a year. It's like a national rule. Once you get in enough on The Office, you just rewatch the show once a year because it's just habit.
That's the thing. I was talking to Leslie about this the other day. I can't like rewatch shows. Like I just can't do it.
I can do
like,
it with sitcoms, but I don't like sit there and watch the whole thing in a row. Like I'll go back and watch my favorite episodes a lot. Like I watched the burger episode of How I Met Your Mother way more than anyone should.
See, me and Val will just we'll just be bored, and I'll just turn on like an episode of Parks and Rec, or in a few months ago, How I Met Your Mother, and we'll just be like, we just get into a groove of like, oh, it's dinner, turn that on, turn that on, turn that on, and we just find out we realize we went through the whole show again. Anyway, Tyler, what else?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I forgot we're doing weeks. I got nothing at all because my life is boring.
Oh my
Jeez.
God, Friedman.
So I'm not playing Life is Strange Captain Spirit because I still have yet to beat Chapter 3 of Before the Storm.
What did I tell you?
Every fucking month.
I reminded you last week when I was on my deathbed to do that.
Look.
And you still didn't.
I was gonna not raid all day on Sunday, but then when I found out that I can't raid next Sunday, I had to make a group by raiding all day Sunday. And by the time I was done, I felt like Jello and just went to sleep instead of actually playing Life is Strange like I should have.
You're goddamn
true. Next
I have
Sunday
brought
is
dishonor to my podcast. Dishonor to my house. It's my tall house.
I swear to God, this is the next Persona 5, except you have no excuse. The game is not that long.
Excuse. The problem is, and listeners, I'm not actually excited to beat Before the Storm because Before the Storm has been nowhere near as good as the original. There, I said it. That's why I'm hesitating.
Esther, no, if you're listening to this, she's a girl I went to school with. She works on the game now.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I thought I told you
her
that.
work, did I? You did, but I don't know if you, because Before the Storm isn't made by that same company, Don't Nod. Like it was another company worked on it.
Oh no, it was that. It wasn't that. Sorry.
She works for Don't Nod, or she works for this other company?
Don't Nod. No, other company.
Oops. Sorry, I insulted your friend's work.
Way to go, asshole. No, I don't know. Did you like the set design?
So, yes, my problem was not with the set. The game felt 100% like I was playing a direct continuation of the original Life is Strange.
I was like, she just worked on the set design.
It was just
or set art. Yeah,
the lack of the time travel mechanic made the whole thing not quite as enjoyable. But that was like game design. That wasn't set. Don't worry, your friend did a good job.
Right. No, it's fine. You could say she did garbage.
But now I want to play Captain Spirit.
I'm sure Tyler has.
Because apparently it's only like 2 hours long and it's free to play. So I'm excited for that. What else is going on? The new Guild Wars content's out, so I got to play that this week. In terms of anime, I'm wrapping up a lot of shit this week. I'm finishing up Love Live, which isn't a new show. That was one of those have to watch I've had for a while. I want to see if I can just catch all the way up on Megalobox. Sword Art Online is finishing this weekend. I'm going to finish that. Wotakoi, the one about all the anime weebs in the workplace who are all dating. That show I got to catch up on. I think that's about it. I got to sit here.
Freeman, does your anime group know that you're watching, that you're not going to be there Monday next week?
Yeah, I told him. He's already mad, but whatever.
And we're going to be watching My Hero together?
I didn't tell him that, but whatever.
You can fake it like Tyler.
So my glorious scheme is I told him there's no episode this week, so he doesn't think there is. And then I'm going to
because you told me that, and I was like, you idiot. No, it's not.
Because I keep forgetting this Saturday isn't the first Saturday of July.
Tyler, Freeman messaged me like on Saturday, like, oh, Tim, it sucks. No My Hero next week. I'm like, what are you talking about? I just read an article that it's the 7th when there's no episode. He's like, ah, shit. That's it.
Because I read it. There's no new episode the first Saturday in July. I'm like, okay, cool. That's this Saturday. No, that's June 30th. So I'm an idiot. The point is, I convinced him there's no new episode. So when I spring on him that there is an episode, he'll be surprised and want to watch it instead of being like, wow, you dick, you watched without me. So that's my glorious scheme for this one that I totally did by complete accident.
And then he listens to the podcast. All the people that want to listen to the podcast,
they're all going to
listen to this episode. Yeah, they're all going to listen this week. God damn.
All right.
Anyway,
Freeman, is that it?
I think that's pretty much it. I did buy some games during the Steam sale I want to try out, but Nothing.
Oh,
impressive.
I haven't
yeah.
even looked at the Steam sale. I don't even know what's on
Yeah,
sale.
you ain't missing shit.
Nah, there's nothing really that good. Most of the games that you'd want to get, you probably already have.
That's
Yeah.
most
The only thing
likely.
worthwhile is getting like this Steam Link for $250.
Yeah, if you don't
I
have
mean,
one.
I heard that Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice has been
Yeah.
good for a long
Hellblade.
time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if there's nothing you got yet, I was about to get it, and then I was like, I said I wanted Rise of the Tomb Raider longer, so I bought that.
I already had Rise.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I
this
also
game.
bought Hollow Knight.
Well, that one's
Heard
good.
good things, especially now it's finally out, right?
Oh, Hollow Knight's been out.
No, it's been out for a while.
Oh, it
Wasn't
just came out for the Switch.
I thought it was just finally released from early access. Because I saw headlines recently that were like, Hollow Knight's out and it's really good.
Oh, probably-
February it came out.
I could be full of shit.
That was
Ooh,
a-
Ori's on sale. Maybe I'll
Oh,
buy
I'm an idiot. You
Ori
said
finally.
Hollow Knight, and I'm thinking of Shovel.
Shovel
Oh, yeah.
Knight.
Shovel Knight's been out.
That's
for
a
a while.
very-
Completely.
that's
Yeah,
a
that
very
game's been out
different
for a
game.
hot minute.
All right. Well, Leslie's yelling at me to get you guys to finish the podcast, so
Why?
why? What's going
I'm
on?
gonna. I don't
Probably
know.
to
She's
bother
asleep.
me.
All right.
Probably. Oh, I did find out the best game is coming to Steam. Yakuza 0 is getting a PC
yeah, I heard
release
that
on
too.
August 1st. I am gonna day one fucking let's play that game
Oh,
on
yeah.
PC. I am so
shit.
hyped to finally play the game. I have now watched the let's play of it all the way through twice.
All right. I might
At work
just
because
watch
of boredom.
your Let's Play instead of playing myself.
Dude, it's only $20 on Steam. I'll happily buy it. I've watched the LP twice. I love I still listen to some of the soundtrack.
Your
some of
favorite
those
game that
scenes are
you've
like-
never played.
Honestly though, it probably is.
Yeah.
But I'm just pumped as shit to play that. That's a little ways away. To sum up the last 2 weeks and next 2 weeks real quick. Since the last podcast, I started recording Aliens vs. Predators Classic 2000, the game Tyler didn't know existed. That game's fun. I actually, like I said, beat it today in 9 parts. I didn't do the bonus missions. I might do them, but I'm probably going to start recording something else today because, as I said, me and my girlfriend are going home to New Jersey from Friday night till the 4th. Then, less than 48 hours later, I'm going to Atlantic City for the weekend. So, I am going to be from Friday to Sunday, Friday before the 4th to Sunday after the 4th. I'm going to be in Ohio for about 48 hours, and I'm going to be spending almost that much time in a car driving.
Dang, that's rough.
I think I'm spending like 30 hours in a car between both trips.
Jesus.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
No.
It's been good training doing this hour-long commute to work. So yeah, I've also been commuting to a customer of our company's an hour away every day. So I've had a commute for a while, and it's going to last a while. But other than that, I got to figure out what I'm going to play tomorrow, or I'll just do challenge missions. Empire Earth has been steaming along. Even when I'm supposed to record AVP, I just record more Empire Earth. I'm almost done with the first of 3 expansion pack campaigns, and I think the Let's Play has only released like halfway through the last one of the base game. Let's see, if I open this up and just pause real quick so that it doesn't play much audio for the podcast. Oh, no. I lied. I'm still in the 3rd of 4 campaigns in the main game, and I've already recorded up to the first campaign of the expansion pack almost done.
Damn.
I fucking love that game, and I'm just so happy to be playing it for YouTube successfully. Other than that, yeah, that's pretty much my next 2 weeks is just traveling like crazy, not really playing much. As I also said, my girlfriend and I finally finished moving out of our apartment that we had, so everything is in our house now that we're renting. Now we just have to actually organize everything, which is going to take an eternity. But that's okay. We don't have to go outside in the hot air anymore to do that. Yeah, other than that, we're going home, going to see these guys. Sunday is going to be hangout day. And then Monday night, probably also when you guys get off work. Since I don't think any of you have off work, right?
Nope.
Nope.
You know I ain't got off work.
I know.
No, Tyler
Um,
always works.
But yeah,
Your
other
PS
than
always
that,
delivers. Supposedly.
other than that, yeah. So I think we're gonna call it there. Thank you all for listening. I'm sorry we're gonna miss another. We're gonna have it'll be our third podcast in a row where we skip a week. I think.
Yeah.
Look, much like Hero, we're gonna be skipping.
But we should be totally back on a normal schedule once things calm down after this trip in 2 weeks from today. So until next time, my name is Timpedia,
I'm Friedman.
I'm just Tyler.
and we will catch you guys in 2 weeks.